I'm tired. I need to drink.
Do you need a little nap real quick? Chug. Okay, this is from Ellis Bryans. Okay, so you and British Bulldog are this person's top 2 of all time. Didn't specify which is which, but top 2. Both being in the Attitude Era. Oh, okay. What are your memories of Davey Boy?
Davey Boy is, I love Davey Boy. I been around him, like my first my first TV and Stampede wrestling at the Pavilion in Calgary is I come in, you remember, I'm like just barely 18 now, right? Just right out of Rusty's backyard here. This is the first territory. I go from training in a backyard under a tree to like Stampede of the VHS tapes I watched and studied. Like, oh my God, these legends, like. So I'm sitting there next to a fella named BG Holiday, I think they call him, or something Holiday. He was like a manager, and he always had this coat on, and it smelled horrible because they would like they would give him a coat every week to wear or something, but they would like pee on it, and they'd have cats pee on it and everything.
Why?
It was horrible. It smelled so bad, but he was sitting next to me in his coat. He's sitting there, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? And I didn't know this at the time.
And with your sense of smell.
I didn't know. Yeah, I have a good sense of smell too. So like, but I didn't know what they did to him at the time. I didn't know anything. This is my first day there, And I'm like, going to lace my boots up, and then I see Davey Boy. He's just this massive guy, and I'm like, of course I knew who Davey Boy was, like from my All Japan tapes. And I'm like, Davey Boy, like, and here he comes in, and he reaches over and grabs this guy by his ears, picks him up. And he's like, bloody like something like in this British accent, right? Like, blah, 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 blah. He's beating his head against the wall. And he lets him go. And like literally, blood saying like a movie, there's blood on the wall. And I'm like, it's Davey Boy, nice to meet you. Yes, sir. David, like, back in my boots, I'm looking over, and I'm like, what the hell, What's going on here? To come to find out later, he was saying to him, don't be late to my towns again, but at least that's what I thought he was saying. But it turns out that Davey Boy had some towns in Calgary. Like a lot of some of the wrestlers would run their own town, have towns and stuff, and this guy was like trying to hijack his town.
Okay.
So he sent him a message. He could have sent a little bird or a pigeon in with a note on the ankle. No, he just showed up and put his head in the wall. I was just sitting to myself, welcome to Calgary. So just needless to say, I was a little intimidated by him from that point on, and then. But down the road, I had a good friendship with him, and I've had some really, really good matches with him, and he's carried me through some. One of the memories in the Attitude Era was Davey was known. This is when he came back, and he had the jeans and the belt, and he's so big, and he would go home like short on his matches a lot. Like they give him a time like 8, 9, 10 minutes or whatever, and he'd go home in 3, 4. So we go out there, and it said it's like you're gonna have a 4-minute match, and then I'm like, okay, and he's like, all right. So we go out there, and 4 minutes comes and goes, and like 5 minutes and 6, and he's like, I'm like, are we supposed to go? He goes, don't worry, they're ribbing me, mate. We got this, and then we did like, I don't know how long we went. We went for a while, but he carried me through like, and I was I was there. I had a job in the company, so I was a worker at the time. But we went on and had a good match. He says, "Oh, they just rev me. We got this," and we carried on. So, he knew that because, and he told me in the back, he says, "Yeah, I've been going short, so they just tried to rib me, but we're good, So yeah, Davey, I don't know. I had a great relationship with him, and I miss him. He was a great guy. Dynamite, I didn't know very well. I didn't have a whole lot of experiences with Dynamite, but Davey was tremendous human being, I cherished all my times with him. Never had a bad time, just a couple scary times. That my first time I ever met him in Calgary.
That's new things.
But so when I see Harry, his son, it's so great. It's like almost seeing it, it's cool. And he was like, "Oh, I watched a match with you and my dad. It wasn't bad." And I go, what do you think about me? You think about it gonna be bad? He knows it was well. It was good. It was a lot of wrestling because he likes the rest. He's like a stickler on wrestling, and he likes the shoot type of reality of stuff of wrestling and stuff, so he puts it in there. So it was cool, man. I love Davey. That was great. It was awesome.
Well, we got one more. Do we have time for one more?
Okay, you're pushing it today there, isn't he? Feels like he swerved some more time in here.
I know.